Good afternoon, and welcome to Greg Ferrera's Real Estate Rescue. Thanks for tuning in to KIDO Talk Radio, 580 AM and 107.5 FM. I'm your host, Greg Ferrera, local real estate agent with over 25 years experience. I work at Good Vibes Real Estate, locally owned and operated right here in Boise, serving the entire Treasure Valley, from Mountain Home to Ontario and everywhere in between. I would like to introduce my amazing co-host, Mr. Clint Walker. Now, he's famous. He's not quite from Hollywood famous, but he's famous. Works at Summit Funding, located in Meridian. He has over 20 years experience in the lending industry. Clint, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you, Greg.
I had to spit all that out.
All that out. It was just like, it rolled off.
I'm a big fan.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I really am. You're doing some amazing things. So, folks, Real Estate Rescue, if you're new to the show, is one of the Treasure Valley's top resources for up-to-date, real-time real estate sales information, statistics, and current trends. You'll also get great tips on home maintenance, remodeling, and updating, as well as new and creative financing options with Clint and his team. Now, folks, Clint and I are here to provide you with accurate, up-to-date information, resources, and assistance in all areas of real estate and finance. We want to put our extensive experience to work for you, the great people of Idaho. And for those of you who are getting ready to move, maybe needing a temporary storage unit, you've gotten caught in a move situation where you have some delays. Our folks, friends, and great sponsors over at the Pro Relo Group are here to serve you. Whether it's a local move right here in the Treasure Valley or somewhere across this amazing country, they are here to serve you. We encourage you to go to our great website, realestaterescueidaho.com. Again, realestaterescueidaho.com. And if you'd like any information for Clint and I or the folks at Pro Relo Group, please scroll down, fill out that little form at the bottom, hit send, and we'll get back to you right away. There are also a couple tabs. You can hit that and directly get to the folks. So take advantage of that. You can also reach us via email if you prefer at greg@realestaterescueidaho.com. That's Greg, G-R-E-G, at realestaterescueidaho.com, or give us a call directly, 208-559-0590. Again, that's 208-559-0590. Thanks for taking time to tune in today. We're glad you're here with us. We have a great guest, and Clint and I have some exciting things to share on today's show. Clint?
Yes, we do.
Where shall we start today? Saturday, June. 2021 is halfway gone. Yeah.
Or it's halfway here.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, we got half left?
Half full, half empty.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
it's half full. We got half the year full left.
I didn't mean like half empty. I was just kind of saying
I don't know.
Clint, it's June already.
It's already June, but hey, we're just getting started.
That's actually true. Thank you for all those folks who are trusting us to help you in your real estate transactions. Awesome. What an honor. Yeah. So before we get going, I always want to remind you, take a moment. Clint and I always say, grab a pen, pencil, crayon.
That's right.
Something to write or scribble with. Anything that works. A piece of paper, whatever you got around there, just in case we share a website, a phone number, a company you'd like to get in contact with, or a great idea.
There you go.
And we promise to talk slow enough.
Kind of tough. Sometimes we get going and we forget, you know.
You get excited.
Oh, man, I just get going.
And if you happen to have a pen or pencil, you're going, Greg, I really don't have a whole lot more time here. What's Clint's number? We need to get some access to that free money.
There you go.
I'm going to tell you it's 208-870-4279. One more time, 208-870-4279. You can text him, call him either way. He will get back to you, and they work super hard to help folks create opportunities.
There you go.
Big, beautiful. Now, moving right along. Today's show, thanks for joining us. I always say if you're at home, in the garage, or the shop, taking a nap, keep one ear open.
That's right.
Driving your car, enjoying our beautiful state of Idaho. Thank you so very much. And if you're on your lunch break, thanks for taking time, Clint, and I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Yep. We're blessed to be here. Now, Clint, I would say for the first time this week, we have a situation in which one of our local builders, I won't name names, came out with some buyer incentives we haven't seen for a long time.
Interesting.
We shared those. You saw some of that.
Yeah, I did.
It will be very interesting to see what happens. I have the stats. We've missed stats for a couple weeks because we've had all these amazing guests. Yeah. I'm hoping to get to some of the stats here. But it's been interesting to see.
They've changed a little bit, haven't they?
Some incentives coming out that we haven't seen. let's see what happens. Now, folks, God and Country's coming. The 30th, we were just talking to Mr. Miller about that on June 30th from 5:30 to 10. Okay. I believe the Ford Idaho Center.
Yep, that's right.
Get online. You can check that out. Great event. I believe it was missed. We missed it last year. So do check that out if you get a chance. You can reach us 3 ways. Our website, realestaterescueidaho.com. You can email us, greg@realestaterescue.com, or you can call directly, 208-559-0590. We always want to remind you, please be kind. 2021's been a year of transition for many people. Lots of instability, opportunities, and isolation. You never know what somebody's going through who's standing next to you in line. Please offer a smile, do something kind, and be patient.
Very.
Today. We're kind of coming, I went out of the COVID thing, but we're kind of trying to move beyond that.
Everybody's moving beyond it.
Unmask.
Some people are comfortable, some aren't, right?
Totally. And I just want to encourage us to still be kind.
Yeah.
Wow. And then show reminders. Those ads that come out, I know Clint laughs at me a little bit, whether I'm watching TV at night, getting ready to pass out and go to sleep, or I'm driving around. There's signs in the corner on the streets in the ground there, Clint. We pay cash for homes.
Yes, they do.
And, you know, folks, a lot of times they try and make those ads look like they benefit you. You know, no agents, no open houses, blah, blah, blah. But there are tens of thousands of dollars that potentially you will lose if you take that choice. So please, if you or anybody you know is contemplating doing that, please give Clint and I a call. See if we can't help you before you go down that road, because we are committed to helping you, make you the priority in the transaction, and create opportunities for you.
That's right.
And those folks are absolutely not doing that.
That's right.
Fair, Clint?
Yep.
Okay. Now, also want to say, we here at Real Estate Rescue support our law enforcement family here in the Treasure Valley. They live and work in our communities every day. Please take a moment when you see our law enforcement family. Say thank you. Give them a thumbs up. Give them a smile. Let them know you appreciate what they're doing. And communication, we always do talk about here in Real Estate Rescue, those telephones we carry around that I know Clint and I are big fans of Tweeter and what's it called when you take a selfie?
Selfies.
Yeah, selfies.
That doesn't
and
work for me.
we kind of have faces for radio. So we just encourage you to take that phone, go through those contacts, and call somebody you haven't talked to for a while. Let them know you care. Let them know you are thinking about them. And then search options. Clint, we had a whole bunch more people sign up this last week. Market is picking up.
Yes, it is.
So, folks, you asked last year. We did it. Real Estate Rescue. Idaho.com. We have a search engine there. You can log in. You have to sign up. We won't stalk you unless, like Clint says, you want us to. You do have to sign in. But once you do, you have access to the MLS. You can search for anything here in the Valley.
Absolutely.
Pretty cool. And lots of people are doing that.
A lot of them are.
So thank you. Clint, any shout outs? Randy, are they close?
Yeah. Right
How close?
Next week.
They're getting her done?
Yes, sir.
Pamela and John, congratulations. Hope you're out there today. Enjoy your beautiful home out in Caldwell, and God bless you both. We wish you the very best, and thanks for the opportunity to work with you.
Very nice.
Graduates,
yes.
That's still going on, right?
Oh, yeah.
So congratulations to all of you, and how exciting to actually graduate in person.
Yes, and it's exciting not just for them, but sometimes for their parents.
Yeah. You'd know all about that. Huh?
I would.
Anybody else we should get? I do want to give a shout out to ACHD. I know people are listening going, Greg, are you crazy?
Yeah.
Clint, I went down and I had some interaction.
Yeah?
Face to
And
face
how'd that
with
go?
those folks. And I'm going to tell you, it was a little tough up front.
Was it?
They weren't sure. But I'm going to tell you, we worked through some
They
challenges.
probably get chewed out a lot more than they get
communication.
compliments, right?
I thought they were going to toss me out, but I'm going to tell you, they came through with flying colors.
Did they good?
Super cool. Thank you. So if anybody there works with ACHD, thank you very, very much. You guys are doing a great job. Now, let's have a little bit of fun with Clint and the money before we have to go. We've got a couple minutes here, Clint, before we bring on this new guest. What's happening in the loan world?
Rates are still amazing.
Are they 1%, 3%, 10%?
You know, they are, right?
Each person, yeah.
Yeah, depends on how many months you go. Depends on how many, you know what I mean? Do you go 30 years, 15 years? Do you go 10 years, 20 years?
Can we still refinance?
Sure, of course you can. Great. Interest rates are outstanding. We just had somebody that we talked to that actually has listened to the show a couple times, but their interest rates are still 4.9, almost 5%.
Really?
Yeah. So are the potentials there? Absolutely. Why wouldn't you?
You know, Clint, one of the things I've watched, and we're into June already, so this was last fall. You started doing this. We were talking about the tremendous values, and you said, you know, Greg, we're trying to help people here. If you know how many people we help pay off their car loans,
yeah,
lower their house payment, and potentially maybe pay off a credit card or two.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, let's say they have 2 car payments at $350 a piece, and then a credit card at $200.
Right.
All of a sudden, $900 a month just went away.
That's right.
Outgo.
Yep.
With the house. And you lowered their house payment.
And lowered the payment.
This is real.
Yeah.
So, folks, if you're out there thinking about that, well, we've been listening. We hear the show every once in a while. Is that possible? It is.
Very possible.
Clint is doing it. Please reach out to him. It is amazing. 208, if you've got that pen or pencil, 870-4279. One more time if you're scribbling, 208-870-4279.
That's right.
Text, call, whatever works. Clint's ready to create some miracles. Anything else in here we should talk about?
Let's
Clint?
see what else. Everything else is moving
bridge
fairly
loan.
quickly. Bridge is still
Before we
there.
go to break,
Bridge is still there.
bridge the gap.
Jumbo loans are cheap.
So the new bridge loan, and maybe we could take a minute before when we introduce our guest. I don't want to skip this. This is such a big deal.
It is. If you've got the equity in your home and you need to use it for this brief moment, right?
And some homes just might happen because of what's happened in the Treasure
That's
Valley.
right.
Maybe the luck of the draw is they might have a little equity.
Oh, a little bit.
Just a tiny
Just
bit.
a little. Even if you bought it 6 months ago.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it is.
And if you
Crazy.
bought it 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago.
Oh, man. You've got the equity. That's
yeah.
right.
Holy cow. You might be the holy grail here.
That's right.
So a bridge loan, folks, is designed to use your current home's equity to purchase a new home
that's right.
without making it contingent. We could take a minute after the break to discuss that.
You got it.
And then we'll introduce our amazing new guest. Folks, we need to take a quick commercial break. Stick with us. You're listening to Greg Ferrera's Real Estate Rescue on KIDO Talk Radio, 580 AM, 107.5 FM. Clint and I hope you're enjoying the show. Don't go away. We got a great guest coming up. We're going to talk about some free money and way to buy a home without selling yours. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. You're listening to Greg Ferrera's Real Estate Rescue on KIDO Talk Radio, 580 AM and 107.5 FM. I'm your host, Greg Ferrera with Good Vibes Real Estate, along with my amazing co-host, Mr. Clint Walker and his Creative Solutions team at Summit Funding. Clint, welcome back.
Well, thank you, Greg.
We have a guest, a really special one,
Yeah.
but I wanted to touch on one thing before we
Okay.
bring her in. And, folks, we are here for you.
That's
we always say
correct.
that?
We
Yep.
always say that. And we will help.
And if you'd like some help, have questions, a free consultation, Clint and I are always willing to take a call, a text, an email, whatever works. You can reach us at Real Estate Rescue, Idaho.com if you just joined us, Real Estate Rescue, Idaho.com. You can also call at 208-559-0590. Slow that down, Clint. 208-559-0590. We always welcome the phone calls and the interaction, and always happy to help. Now, Clint, before we get to our guest, I wanted to go back to that bridge the gap with that bridge loan deal. I wanted to, first of all, say thank you for bringing that back.
Well, absolutely. I mean, do you have equity in your home?
Well, it was like the 90s when I used to do those. We
I
rode,
see what
you know,
you're
remember when you were in Eagle and it was a one-lane road with the dog in the middle?
Well, that was 100 years ago. Remember,
we
you talk
rode
about
a
that all the time. That
carriage.
It was, yeah.
By horse to work.
It was only 2 lanes coming out of with the flashing yellow light.
And the phone went ring, ring. How'd the phone go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember those?
You did a
don't
moment for
remember those
you
days.
did a moment for
some people
silence
don't,
last
but
week. That was good.
I did just for that.
For those who remember the
Who remember the yeah. So that, and the silence doesn't last long because it takes a long time to dial
love
somebody's
it.
number.
I remember back when we got phones that actually had text messages on it.
Whoa.
I think I got text messages for 2 or 3 weeks. I didn't even know what
Didn't
it was.
even know what they were. What is that?
What's a text?
Yeah, and a voice message?
Yeah,
What
didn't
in the
even-
world?
yeah, totally,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
we didn't have that.
Yeah.
Unless you had that little machine sitting next to it. You had to change the tape over.
Yeah.
Remember that?
We used to pull the phone off the deal, go around the wall. We bought an extra long cord so you could talk
That's right.
to your friends.
Around the corner
Yeah, and
without
shut the
somebody
door.
listening to you.
Yep.
If you shut the door,
Yeah.
they can still hear you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of. Unless somebody went around and hit that little
Yeah, the
that
little thing and
receiver
hung
deal.
up on you.
Boom, off it went.
Yeah.
Or you shared the line with the neighbors. A
That's
shared
true.
line.
Shared line, yeah. You'd hear their conversation. They'd hear yours.
There are people listening going, are you guys absolutely nuts?
Yeah, that's when people actually really love their neighbor.
And there's other people
have to be
going,
really careful.
Guys, we hear you. We get it. Things are changing.
It's true.
Wow.
It's changing like crazy, isn't
Yep.
it?
We're glad
Speaking
you're
of
here.
changes.
Old school. But we're bringing back the bridge loan.
Yes, we are.
So just take a minute before we bring our amazing guest on.
Yeah.
Clint, invite him to call you. Kind of just give him the quick and down and dirty
Here's
on
the
that
thing.
bridge loan deal.
You have some equity in your home, right?
Totally.
If you have the equity in your home and you're looking at another home and you want to use that equity to secure financing on the other loan, that's what this is for. It's a bridge loan. You're going to do that in between so that you don't have to stress about going out to find your other home. You can use the equity in your home as the down payment for the new one before the other one sells.
So, Clint, what you're saying is I can keep my home right here, right now. I have enough equity, for the most part, as long as I haven't spent it or something's gone on out of character, that we can use that equity to help me secure another home without making it a contingent offer is kind of the key.
Right. Yeah.
Because a lot of sellers today are not interested in that contingency.
They do not like that.
Yep. So we can cover that. So thank you.
Absolutely.
If you want to talk to Clint about that, 208-870-4279. I know we say it a lot, but it's really important. That's free money. 208-870-4279. Now, without further ado, let's have a little bit of fun. I want to introduce, hope I don't mess this up, Jennifer Abreu with the Meridian Police Department Crime Prevention Unit. She has been in law enforcement for 14 years. I invited her on because I live in Meridian, but wanted to expose the opportunities, kind of talk about the Valley, what's going on. All of our listeners are aware that things are happening. There's more people around. And Jen just wanted you to come on and kind of share some of the opportunities going on and how law enforcement is kind of approaching the population and kind of what's going on. Welcome, Jen.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. Happy to be here.
We're excited to have you. Well, where shall we start? We got a list here of topics. Why don't we talk about the Neighborhood Watch program? That seems to be fairly popular. And we have a lot of new neighborhoods, new subdivisions, where some of our listeners might be saying, hey, how do we get that started? What's that about? What's entailed? How involved do I have to be? Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, and that's one of the challenges that we're up against right now with the rapid growth in our city is getting in touch with those new neighborhoods or neighborhoods that maybe have had a lot of changes over the last couple of years, and they don't have that Neighborhood Watch connection with us any longer. So that's definitely, this is helpful to get our information out and let people know how to get joined up.
So Neighborhood Watch, what is that? The neighbors watch each other?
Back in the old days, we talked about it.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Well, sort of in a way. So,
Okay.
so the basic of Neighborhood Watch, it's one of the best programs you can have for your neighborhood. It's free, which everyone likes that, right? It's cost effective for your neighborhood. It's really just a way for you to get to know your neighbors, to know what's going on in your neighborhood, and to have that communication piece within your neighborhood. That's super important. We can't be out in all these neighborhoods every day. Some of our officers are running from call to call and get busy, so we can't be as proactive sometimes as we want to be. So we're really relying on our own community within our neighborhoods to be our eyes and ears and let us know what's going on.
So if I'm out there and I'm listening today and I'm saying, hey, I'm kind of watching, we have increased traffic, increased things going on. Maybe we heard about a crime, some car got broken into, or who knows what.
Right.
How will we start this, Jen, and what does that look like?
Yeah, so if you're in the city of Meridian, you want to contact the Meridian Police Department. You can go on our website. We have information there as well about Neighborhood Watch, or you can contact Crime Prevention. And it's a very basic process. If you're the person who wants to be the liaison for your neighborhood, or who wants to be, you fill out a very basic application for that. We do a simple background, just as you would if you're going on a ride-along or something like that. And then we do your background process, we contact you once that's done, and we simply just start with getting a meeting scheduled. So that basically entails you just going out into your neighborhood, advertising that meeting, getting people to show up, and then on that day we will be there and start a meeting with you.
So you come to the meeting with us?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Myself, and we typically try to have an officer that works your area.
Okay. And you provide the materials for us to hand out, or what does that look like?
Yeah, we can help by bringing informational brochures, flyers on different information and programs that we have. We also like to always bring a little swag along with us whenever we visit. And really, we just want to hear your questions. We want to answer those questions. We want to hear your comments and concerns, and just start working with you to deal with any issues that you have going on in your neighborhood.
So do you lay out the steps or a platform for us to have a successful Neighborhood Watch program based on our subdivision, logistics, our area, and such?
Yeah. So like I said, we'll discuss particular issues that you may have in your neighborhood based off its location, layout, things like that. And then we will work with you on any of those issues, and we will just stay in communication with you. That's the main key to this entire program is communication, making sure that we have, again, that liaison person that is our main contact, and we can trade information back and forth. So if you're seeing something on your Neighborhood Watch or Neighborhood Facebook page, maybe that needs to be relayed to the police department, or maybe that liaison person can jump on there and say, hey, did you report this to the police department? They can be that person to always encourage their neighbors to call us when they're having issues or they're seeing something suspicious happening.
Fantastic. Jen, we'd like to continue the conversation. We are up against a break. Clint has been talking so much, taking up our time.
I get too carried away sometimes on these things.
Will you stay with us and after the break?
I sure will.
Okay. Folks, we need to take another quick commercial break. You're listening to Greg Ferrera's Real Estate Rescue on KIDO Talk Radio. Hope you enjoy the show today. We have our amazing guests from the Meridian Police Department, and we hope to get to some more information on how you can get some free money and capitalize on these amazing prices in the Treasure Valley. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. You're listening to Greg Ferrera's Real Estate Rescue on KIDO Talk Radio, 580 AM and 107.5 FM. I'm your host, Greg Ferrera with Good Vibes Real Estate, along with my amazing co-host, Mr. Clint Walker and his Creative Solutions team at Summit Funding. Now, Clint, for those of you who are getting ready to move, maybe caught in a temporary storage, you got caught in one of those new construction deals where you have a delay of 90 days.
Seen that before.
Or more. Yep. Our friends, sponsors, and amazing folks at Pro Relo Group are here to serve you. Please get a hold of them, whether it's a local move right here in the Treasure Valley or somewhere across this amazing country. They specialize in helping folks get relocated with peace of mind, dependability, and confidence. And I will tell you, Clint and I are experiencing some miracles. These folks are really going the extra mile.
Personally, myself.
Yep. Just been.
Yep.
I have seen
Remember that?
several.
Moved my kids up north.
Several situations here in the Valley. These guys, the Rick and Rick show, are really doing amazing things.
Amazing people.
Yep. Peace of mind, dependability, and confidence. If you like a free quote, they're right here in the Valley. You can reach them. 208-314-7997. One more time, 208-314-7997. You can also reach them on our website at realestaterescueidaho.com. Remember, Rick and Rick always ask us to remind you, never pay in advance. Don't give a deposit, and the cheapest guy is not always the best deal.
Not always.
Yep, sometimes you can get your stuff kidnapped in the truck, and they don't let it out until the price doubles or triples.
Yeah, I heard that story from them about.
Yeah, we should have them on again.
Yeah, we should.
Tell us some of these scary stories. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's have Officer Jen back with the Meridian Police Department
There we
Crime
go.
Prevention Unit. She's been too much fun. Jen, welcome back.
Thank you.
All right, we talked at the break a little bit about myths, but before we get into some of the myths here about the Neighborhood Watch programs, I'm always thinking about all of our listeners, where they are. So if they're not in Meridian and they're in one of our other amazing communities that we're visiting with our mayors and learning about, do they have to come to Meridian to get this program?
No, absolutely not. Most law enforcement agencies within the Treasure Valley will do some sort of neighborhood watch program. So I suggest that you just contact your local law enforcement agency and just ask them, how do I get neighborhood watch started? And they'll be able to tell you.
Fantastic.
Interesting.
Do you have a thought on that, Clint?
I think I didn't know that. I thought you had to go. I didn't realize that you could do that.
Yeah.
Right. No, a lot of people think that it's a very, formal process or anything like that, and it's really not. It's very easy to do. No.
But it was just super simple. They'll come out and meet with you, and it's
No, we want it to be simple. We want it to be easy. We don't want anything too complicated because people don't have time for that, and they won't stick to that.
That's
so we
right.
really want you to tailor your program to whatever works for you in your neighborhood.
In my past law enforcement life,
Yep.
we spent quite a bit of time working. I was one of those guys that went with you to
Yeah.
the meetings and met lots of neat people. So
Yeah.
it's part of creating that relationship
Absolutely.
between the community and your law enforcement agencies.
yeah, we need it.
Yeah, it's not what we talked about at the break, Clint. It's a little different. This is community.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Well, you need that
working with
connection.
the police departments.
You really do.
Yeah. Call them to do the help.
Yep.
So we talked about myths, Jen. Maybe we should let you go into that. Clint and I asked the wrong question.
Yeah.
We'll let you do that.
Yeah, so I would say neighborhood watch, it's gotten a bad rap over the years here and there. People think that, if I start a neighborhood watch program, that means we have to go out and do citizen patrols, or, we have to take action if something happens, or that we have to meet all the time. That's not true. You can meet. All we require is that you meet once a year, and that's for the Meridian Police Department. We require that you just have us out once a year to see you, talk with you. And you can choose to do as many or a few meetings in between that. And as for the citizen patrol aspect of it, you definitely don't have to do that. That's not something that we even encourage you to do. Right. If you see something happening in your neighborhood, we don't want you to have to get into the middle of anything that may harm you or someone else. So we just encourage that you call us and let us know when something's happening. You call dispatcher, you call 911, and that's really, again, part of the program is that we're coming out to educate you. We're coming out to answer those questions so that you do know who to call and why to call and when to call when something happens in your neighborhood.
So from 30,000 feet, Jen, when I come into a subdivision and I see one of those signs that says, welcome to a neighborhood watch neighborhood, that means these kind of things are in place.
Yeah, most of the time. I will get calls from people saying, well, I have that sign in my neighborhood. I must have a program, right? Not all the time. Maybe 10 years ago, someone put that up in their neighborhood and they did have an active program at that time. But maybe over the last few years, people have moved, people have changed, and it's not really up and running how it should. So we can check into that for you, see if you have an active program, and get it going again if you don't. Oh. So, with those signs, obviously that's not going to stop anyone from coming into your neighborhood and possibly doing something there that they shouldn't be doing. But at least it says, right there on the sign, it says, we will contact law enforcement if we see suspicious activity. And that's really all that it's about. It's more of a reminder to the residents in the neighborhood, right? Is that when I see something happening, I need to call, I need to let the police department know so they can at least just come out and check it out.
So we have a little bit of time here, and I won't say where we live, Clint lives, but I will tell you that my wife from time to time, I think it's a Facebook page or something that your neighborhoods have, and they'll talk about some of the crime that's going on or little incidents that may happen. Every now and then there's a video from somebody's security feed.
Yeah.
How much of that actually gets communicated to you folks so that there can be some steps taken to help mitigate the situation?
Yeah, I can definitely say that those neighborhoods that have a neighborhood watch program and have met with us and we've talked to and been able to educate, they're more likely to contact us when things are happening in their neighborhood. I would always encourage, to call us when things are going on, because again, you need to be our eyes and ears. We can't be everywhere all at once. We need to know what your concerns are, what your issues are. But, unfortunately, a lot of things have gone digital. They've gone to social media now. And so that is one of our worries, is that people aren't getting to know their neighbors. They aren't getting to know what's going on in their neighborhood. They're just seeing what's on social media and scrolling past it. So that's why we encourage Neighborhood Watch, so that you can get together face to face, get to know your neighbors a little bit, come out of your houses, and really become a community that'll watch out for each other.
Come out of your house, Clint?
Well, that's the idea. See, it used to be that you used to go out and wave. Everybody talk to each other.
I still wave.
Say, hey,
yeah,
I do too. And you go out and talk to each other.
Yeah.
And I think we need to get back to that.
I would agree.
Absolutely.
Not sit inside our homes, right? We need to talk and smile at each other.
The weather's nice. So, Jen, I guess the one point I wanted to make here is you see all this stuff on social media. That doesn't necessarily mean that the law enforcement community actually has that information. And I can speak from past experience for many years in that world, that sometimes you can connect different dots because certain things are happening in different areas, that it does help to let you people know.
Absolutely.
100%.
Yes, it is important that you're communicating with each other. Say it is on that Neighborhood Watch Facebook page. You're communicating with each other, letting each other know what's happening, what you're seeing, what you're experiencing. But then at the same time, it also needs to be relayed to law enforcement so that we know about it. And that's where that Neighborhood Watch liaison comes into place. If they're seeing a bunch of chatter going on about a particular issue, or, a burglary that's happened or something like that, they can turn around and talk to us and be that communication piece between the police and their neighborhood, and really make sure that we're able to give attention to that issue that you're having.
Fantastic, Jen. We want to support this. I want to move on to what's called the 100 Deadliest Days Summer.
Okay.
But before I do, I want to encourage anybody to contact your local law enforcement agency, crime prevention unit, if you're interested in a neighborhood watch program.
Absolutely.
Fair. Now, if they have questions, Jen, can they call your office? Is there a number people could call?
Yes.
Just the Meridian Police Department, crime prevention.
Yes.
Okay. You don't have that here. That's fine. So let's move on from that. We got a couple more minutes. I wanted to go over this because it's summer. People tend to get a little more relaxed sometimes in our driving. There's a lot more people out. We had made some lists here, and they were calling it, I think Kevin Miller referred to on a show here earlier this week, the 100 Deadliest Days. Can you speak to that for just a minute? Some things people could be careful of. Yeah,
so the 100 Deadliest Days just started last week. So for the next 90-ish days or so is really a time where we're going to focus on getting information out there, getting statistics out there to the community, and just helping people to understand that this is a busy time of the year. People are traveling a lot more, especially now that COVID's over. Everybody wants to get out and travel, right? So we just really are encouraging, slow down, take your time, be a courteous driver, drive the speed limit. It's all the basic stuff that we all know, but we all get caught up. We're busy. We got to get places fast. And that's what causes accidents.
Please don't drink and drive.
Absolutely.
Please stop driving and texting.
Don't be distracted.
Distracted driving. Speeding's been such a big one.
Speeding's huge.
Yep. It says 80 out there on the highway, not 110.
Well, yeah, I can't see it 110, so I'm going to have to keep it at 80.
Well, I pull over at, I give them the right hand at 70. And they
70, and
boom,
they're,
go right
they're
by.
past you.
Yeah,
well, they're
like a
past me at
rocket
80,
ship.
too.
Yeah.
So we want to encourage people to be careful.
Absolutely.
Slow down.
Yes.
Summer is an amazing
just
time.
slowing down and paying attention in the city of Meridian, especially because our traffic guys are busy every single day, it can make a world of difference.
And I know you didn't want me to bring up that topic, traffic, so we will get another amazing personnel, get some personnel from your department to come on and talk about the traffic issues at a later date.
Yes.
So if anybody's listening, we're going to get a hold of you to come do that. Because traffic can be a challenge, yes.
Yes.
So we want people to slow down and just take a little bit extra time and be cautious and careful.
Yes.
Because we don't want you to end up on that unfortunate list.
We don't want anybody to become a statistic.
Definitely not. Well, Jen, we're just getting to our break time. We want to say thank you for taking time to come join us. Any last parting words before we let you go?
No, just, really, when it comes down to it, Neighborhood Watch is a great program. I encourage everyone to get involved in their own neighborhood and just watch out for each other.
So please get involved, folks. If you want to help out, the Valley is growing. Lots of things are changing. Watch out for each other. Get a hold of your crime prevention units at your local law enforcement agencies. Jen, thanks for coming on today.
Thank you for having me.
Folks, we need to take another quick break. You're listening to Greg Ferrera's Real Estate Rescue on KIDO Talk Radio, 580 AM and 107.5 FM. We hope you're enjoying the show today. Stay tuned. Don't go away. Clint and I have some tips, topics, strategies, and some interesting information. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. You're listening to Greg Ferrera's Real Estate Rescue on KIDO Talk Radio, 580 AM and 107.5 FM. I'm your host, Greg Ferrera with Good Vibes Real Estate, along with my co-host, Mr. Clint Walker, and his Creative Solutions team at Summit Funding. Clint, welcome back.
Well, thank you, Greg.
Should we tell people that this is a different Clint than the one that's in Hollywood?
You know, it is. I was named after him, though.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah.
The other day. Somebody said something.
Yeah, somebody did. They've said
fun.
it a few times. I am named after him.
They asked me that. Greg, are you working with a Hollywood guy? I go, well, he's special. He's Hollywood.
He's special. Special is right.
So, Clint, we had a lot of guests lately, and happy to share these folks. And we have more mayors coming, and Mayor Kling with Nampa was just amazing.
Yeah.
I think the community of Nampa really doing some fantastic things, and we really appreciate those folks taking time to join us. But I've been remiss, and I haven't been able to share your favorite topic, the stats. Yep, the statistics.
We love the stats.
We love the stats. So, folks,
but they're changing.
Yes,
and they're good. Some are good.
We apologize for missing those. I know that some of you let us know, Greg, what are the stats? What's happening? So the market is changing and adjusting a little bit. We talked about one of our local builders coming out with some credits that we haven't seen in this run of homes and home sales. So let's start out with beautiful Ada County. Actively, now the criteria we use, for those of you who just joined us today, is 3 bedrooms or more, 2 bathrooms or more, 2-car garage or more, and a half-acre lot or smaller. So single-family homes typically. So these aren't condos or homes on property. So just so you know, that's criteria we're using in our statistics here. So in Ada County, active homes for sale, this past week there was 407, averaging, Clint, an astounding $680,000.
That's it.
We're in Idaho, 680.
Yeah.
Wow. New construction was averaging just under 670, and the existing homes were just over 685.
Wow.
So right there and real similar. When I drill down into our beautiful neighborhoods, we'll start with Eagle. There was actually 5 new construction homes that had shown up. Now, that doesn't mean that there's not other homes being built.
That's right.
Other homes that aren't on the market available that you could purchase. But there were 5 available that we saw. Yep. Averaging just over $1 million.
That's it.
Yep.
Just over $1 million.
Yep. Just a hair over $1 million. Now, that doesn't include if you come in and put extras in, Clint.
Oh.
Upgrades.
Upgrades.
Yeah.
No upgrades?
If you want a back door, if you want windows, I'm being a little silly, but
I know, but yeah.
special
Wow.
upgrades can really, a home of that value upgrade. You could do $100,000 in upgrades
easy.
in a heartbeat. Yeah.
So,
keep a little perspective there. Existing homes, Clint, I had 29, averaging $971.
Wow.
$1,000 in beautiful Eagle, Idaho. The bottom of that, the floor there was just over 500 to start.
5.
Yep. And then right next door in beautiful Boise, there were 27 new construction homes, averaging just over 900,000.
Wow.
The floor of that was 391, so just about 400 to start. Right. And then for existing or resale, there was 103 of those. That's up a little bit from last week.
Definitely.
I did the stats. We didn't get to share them. And their average was just under 680.
Well, the numbers are definitely higher.
Yes, they're going up. Yep. And then Meridian, we had 77 new homes, averaging 634. So that went down a little bit.
Yeah.
The floor on that for new construction Meridian was just about 450 to start.
Okay.
And then existing or resale average was about 650, starting at 349.
Okay. So there's some deals out there.
There wasn't a lot there, but
right.
there were some homes there. Anything you want to add about any of the programs, speak right up.
You got it.
And let us know. And then right next door in beautiful Kuna, new construction, there were just 42 homes available, averaging just under 550. Clint, and 399 was the floor. So that was the start of that. And then for existing or resale, there were 13 homes available in Kuna this week, just under $485,000. 350 was the floor to start. And so, folks, when I talk about the floor, that's the bottom where the prices start. So that's the lowest we found. And then in beautiful Star, Idaho, new construction had 16 homes, and they were starting at $625. The floor, average $625, and starting at $500. In existing or resale in Star, there were 8 of those, averaging a little over $550,000, starting at $424.
Wow.
And going up. And then right next door in beautiful Canyon County, there were 206 homes available, so not a lot, averaging just under $470.
Nice.
Right? Yep. And so the interesting, when we did the stats, I think last week or 2 weeks ago, actually we had Mayor Kling on. We were talking about the difference in average price from Ada County to Canyon County was $250,000 to $300,000. Pretty substantial. So there are still some great values out there. If you're motivated, if you're looking. Nampa, will drill down a little bit, had 69 homes, new construction available, averaging about $530,000. The beginning price was $398. Back to that $400. At existing or resale, there were 27 of those. Not very many, Clint.
No.
That's why we have all the competition.
That's right.
Averaging $392, and the lowest one was $289.
Yeah.
Still in the 200s. It may not stay that way, but that's where it starts. And then right next door in Caldwell, new construction had 63 homes, averaging $452,000, and then starting at $397, that 400 mark again.
Yeah.
Existing or the resale homes, there were 20 of those, not very many, in Caldwell. Starting average was $387, starting at $265. So we got 2 spots there. We have the 200s for opportunities. And then out in Middleton,
some opportunity,
yeah, there is there. And then out in Middleton, I know you know where that is.
I do.
13 new construction homes at $550 was the average.
Yeah.
464 is where that started out there. Yeah.
Out there.
In Middleton, yeah. And then existing and resale, there were 7 of those, averaging $439.
It's a long ways out there.
Yeah. Starting at $374.
Gotcha.
Well, if we get Mayor Rule back in here, he has a news flash that
yes,
it's
he does.
Growing.
Yep. Out there and growing.
So we got a minute or two left.
Can I bring something up?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to bring something up to you. I was just noticing when you were going over those stats, one thing came to my mind. If you've been thinking about buying a home and you're just confused by the numbers and saying prices are going up, I don't know if they're going to go down. I want to buy a house. I want to be prepared for it. Not a lot of people know how to get prepared for such an aggressive market. This thing is really, really going. Not a lot of people know how to do that. It takes a careful map, a plan, something that you can put together to know if you're going to be able to qualify for it, to know if you're going to, what you need to do. Do I need to sell this? Do I need to pay off this? What do I need to do in order to qualify? And when an opportunity arises, like you said earlier in the show, you talked about one of the builders coming around with some help. Incentives. So if that's the case and there's incentives coming out, are you prepared? Are you ready? And will those incentives help you in this process to be able to buy the home?
We're running out of time, but my thoughts are they give us a call if they're thinking about this.
I think so.
We're making it happen for a lot of people.
That's right.
Experience matters, folks. It counts. For those of you who don't want to take a chance, roll the dice and just hope this process works out. We're making it happen for folks on a daily basis.
We'll show you how.
Yep. So we're going to run out of time here, Clint, but I think, maybe we should lay some of this out in the next couple weeks.
I think so.
This is a big deal. And I wanted you to know, One of my investors just let me know the other day, sent me some pictures, just put their home up for sale.
Really?
Yeah. Dream home. They built it
Wow.
from nothing up, and he goes, we're selling.
Wow.
So, folks, there's some fantastic opportunities out there.
I think so.
We will get to more of this. If you do want some help, please let us know. Clint and I really appreciate you taking time with us on a Saturday afternoon to listen to Greg Ferrera's Real Estate Rescue. If you'd like some help buying or selling, financing or refinancing, get a hold of us, realestaterescueidaho.com, or you can reach us by phone. Clint is 208-870-4279. 208-870-4279. You can reach us both at 208-559-0590. 208-559-0590.
Excellent.
We appreciate it. Now, if you're getting ready to move, the folks at Pro Relo Group, they can help you whether you're here local or across the country. Get a hold of them if you'd like a free estimate. They will take great care of you. 208-314-7997. 208-314-7997. Folks, remember, here at Greg Ferrera's Real Estate Rescue, we believe in old school principles, the power of the personal connection, where a handshake, phone call, and your words still matter. Have a great week. Enjoy our amazing weather. Don't forget to join us here again next Saturday at noon for more great tips and strategies to navigate the real estate market in the beautiful Treasure Valley. Until then, be safe out there and enjoy our beautiful state of Idaho.